Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. This is your brother Yahweh Call from the Great Millstone Orlando camp. And just with a few, Lord willing, encouraging and uplifting words, specifically for brothers, Lord willing, to the future leaders, all right, the judges, as being a part of the hopefully elect, we are lords in our own realm, and with that being said, again, because before we can obtain the kingdom, I'm going to start with this. Because again, Lord willing, being one of those pillars, which a pillar is something that holds up a foundation. And starting with Yahweh Shai and those elect men, they're going to be the ones to uphold and maintain the kingdom. All right, the foundation of the kingdom. You see? But before we can, like the scripture say, which I'm going to get, being rule over 5 cities, or rule over 10 cities, right? The Lord puts us in different situations now, all right? It's almost like we're kind of getting a head start, again, as lords in our own realm. 1 Corinthians 6, starting at 1. Dare any of you having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust and not before the saints. So on much smaller matters, such as things that may happen between brothers within camps, within the different camps, right? Instead of, collectively coming together, figuring, the source of whatever issue it may be, and dealing with it like men, like brothers, right? Instead of, taking it to civil court or some nonsense like that, right? Bringing matters up before the unjust judge, right? And even personally, again, we're being lords of in our own realms. Brothers have different situations. Brothers have families. Again, we're lords in our own realm. So if we can't deal with the smaller matters within our own realm, whatever brothers' situations, whatever brothers got to deal with, how are we going to be able to uphold and maintain the kingdom? Right? It says, do you not know that the saints shall judge the world? The Lord willing, that's us. All right. And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? So you see, man, the smallest matters, the smaller matters that pertain to this life, right? Matter of fact, when we read on, it says, know ye not that we shall judge angels? Don't you know we're going to have rank and authority over the angels? Hell, we talk about the spiritual demon Satan from time to time, and we be cursing Satan out and whatnot, but at the end of the day, Satan, the spiritual demon Satan, he's perfect in his order. He's perfect on the left hand. And believe it or not, we're going to have rank and authority over the spiritual demon Satan when the time comes. You see, Michael the archangel, we're going to have rank and authority over these angels. All right. It says, how much more things that pertain to this life? So you see, we want that position of power, authority, right? Well, that's why, again, whatever your situation is, Yahweh Bashem Shai is prepping you. You are Lord in your own realm, dealing with the smallest matters, right? You know, before, Lord willing, we obtain that position in the kingdom. All right, this is where it starts. You know, whatever your situation is, this is where it starts. And every brother's situation is different, you know. I had a conversation with the beautiful, beloved brother, the head brother Nahoya, a couple of weeks ago, you know. And sometimes we talk about this, you know. Just going into, because, you know, the brother, you know, every brother's lot is different, you know. Me personally, I'm in a position to where, hey, I have to deal with family, you know, different issues and things of that nature, right? But the brother Nahoya, and, you know, when we talk, we just kind of put things in perspective for one another. All right. Because, you know, the brother Nahoya, he may not have a you know, family that he's responsible for, but nevertheless, he's the head of the camp. And I can only imagine being a Lord in my own realm, being a leader in my own right, in my position where I'm at. You know, I can only imagine what it's like to be the head of a camp. I can only imagine, and it's vice versa. You know, we have these conversations sometimes, and we talk about these things. You know, and we just kind of put things in perspective for one another, because, hey, every brother's lot is different and it's special. You know, and not only that, every brother has a what do you call it? A specific lot specifically catered to them, for them. You know, so every brother's lot is different. Every brother's lot is special. You see, but again, with that being said, this is why, like I said, being lords in our own realm, this is where it starts, right? Because I'm gonna get this real quick. Again, you want to be one of those pillars in the kingdom, right? Or we want to be one of those pillars, right? Let me get this. I think that's Proverbs. Proverbs 16. Yeah, Proverbs 16 and verse 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. So you see, all right, and this is what we're learning. A lot of patience, control, discipline. All right, learning how the Lord is teaching us how to control our spirit, rule our spirit, the inner man. You know, because when it comes to being in those positions, when you're in a position of judgment, all right, and you have to make certain decisions, and people are depending on you, all right, people look up to you based off of the decisions that you make. You see, of course, you got to be clear-headed, clear-minded, sober. It can't be irrational, can't be out of emotions, you know. So this is what we're learning. All right, this is why, again, whatever you're going through in your particular situation or situations, all right, the Lord is prepping you. You see, because you are Lord in your realm, your own realm. All right, and your realm is going to expand more and more. So that's why, like I said, in a sense, it's like we're getting a head start, because when our time comes and all hell breaks loose, hey, brothers are going to be calm, cool, collected. People are going to see that. People are going to flock to it. All right. And I had another conversation with the beautiful, beloved brother Rikalia just yesterday. You know, beautiful brother, man. Beautiful conversation. You know, and one of the things that we were talking about, man, was the fact that when this society finally collapses, for brothers, man. Now, granted, you know, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to take place, but we know that the Lord's got us, you know. So with that being said, when this thing finally collapses, when shit finally hits the fan, all right, brothers are gonna have that relief, like, man, finally, you know. As I always say, from sign of grief to sign of relief, you know. And I can imagine, like I said, when this shit finally collapses, man, brothers are gonna just like finally, you know. But like I said, with that being said, brothers are gonna be cool, calm, collected, and they're gonna see that spirit and they're gonna flock to it. Like how is he, you know, well, what's different? How is he so calm? You know, and in that day, brothers are gonna have the answers. You know, brothers will be prepared, because like I said, brothers will be ready. You know, because like I said, as far as you being a lord in your own realm, hey, it's only gonna expand. You know. Now with that, I'm gonna get this. Luke 19. Luke 19, I'm gonna start at verse 11. And as they heard these things, he added and spake a parable, because he was nigh to Jerusalem, and because they thought that the kingdom of the Most High should immediately appear. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom, and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come. But the citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, we will not have this man to reign over us. And it came to pass, when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading. Then came the first, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds. And he said unto him, well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in the very little, have thou authority over 10 cities. And the second came, saying, Lord, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, be thou also over 5 cities. So you see, that's the point, all right? You know, because like I said, brothers, as far as your realm, it's only going to grow. It's only going to expand. But it starts here, with whatever situation that you're dealing with, and you're put in those positions to where you got to make those decisions, you know? This is where it starts, the smaller matters, you know? Before we can, you know, so to say, upgrade to the weightier matters, you know? This is where it starts, in your personal situation, your personal walk, you know? So, again, this is what we're being trained up for, all right? The Lord is making us ready, and when that time comes, it'll be ready. We'll be ready, Lord willing. Because this is something that I tell brothers from time to time, hey, be ready. Be ready, because when it comes, hey, to the untrained, brothers are, you know, to the untrained, all right? To those that aren't ready, man, they're not going to be ready. It's going to come, and it's going to be, I can imagine it being a lot, you know, for something to deal with. But for brothers will be ready, you know, brothers will be ready, because this is what we've been prepped for, you know, for so long, you know. The Lord has been making us ready, you know. But Lord willing, this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect.